Hey everyone, it's Simplicity and welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a speed build. Now, I haven't built a house in months. I don't remember the last time that I did this. Truly could not tell you. Um, yeah, I don't know. So it's potentially a little bit rough just because it's me trying to get back into the swing of things and like remembering how to do everything. So yeah, this could end up being, a bit of a mess compared to some of my other builds, but I have been wanting to build for like weeks now, and I was like, I have no idea what I want to build, and like then I just kind of sat down and here we are. So this ends up being a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, and I'm not going to lie, for the size of this house, it took me 2 hours, and that's only with footage. There was a good chance it was longer than that because I had paused to like think and like plan and, do all of that. But yeah, this went from 2 hours to 17 minutes after I sped it up. But we're just gonna kind of like talk a little bit, hang out. So I kind of based this house on, I don't know if I want to do it necessarily as like 2 sisters or like 2 roommates. I don't really know. But it's kind of like I picture it more like young adult. Um, I don't know, maybe like mid-20s, mid to late 20s kind of vibes. And I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it. I liked getting back into building. I'm not like in love with this house compared to what I probably could be, but for like a first time back in who knows how long, I'm not mad about it. But I hope you are all doing well. I have been just very busy lately. I need a day that's just going to be like catching up on sleep and not much else. But I've recently gotten back into reading, which is lovely. It's been months since I touched a book. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of want to sit down and read. So I've been reading A Court of Silver Flames. I think like 80% done, somewhere around there. So I'm pretty close to finishing it. And that's like in a week. So I've been reading quite a bit. But I've also just been like so busy with just life and creating content and planning things out. Like it's been just very busy. So I can finally sleep in tomorrow, which is going to be so nice, and I'm fully taking advantage of it. But I don't know, like despite like currently, I've only slept, goodness, maybe 8, 9 hours in 2 days. So like I'm very sleep deprived. So like getting the chance to sleep in tomorrow and catch up on sleep is going to be so nice. But you can kind of see what I was like going for here. I don't know what it is about me loving the way that the white looks in the middle of railings, but I don't know, that still seems to be something I do. Also, I promise I do change up the wood on the siding. I ended up not liking it. I kept staring at it and I'm like, no, it stands out too much, I don't like it. And then this was a pain. So I ended up going over here and just like trying to see how I could have like one awkward kind of like railing, so that's, how that ended up. But I don't know. This house, I like it a lot more on the inside than I do the outside. I think I definitely could have done a little bit better, but I've also noticed I tend to default to doing like all white exteriors, and then I end up hating them. And every single house that I've done with like an all white siding or like all white exterior is one that I hate. And then I go back and I do it again. And I'm like, why do I do this if it's not something I enjoy? But I think it's because it's so like neutral that I can't entirely mess it up. I did put stone on the inside of the garage though, because I felt like siding inside the garage is kind of odd. And I so badly wanted to do like a stone on the garage, but because of the way that I did the garage to the floor, I couldn't do anything that's not a vertical plank of some sort, unfortunately. But you can kind of see, like, the house shape did come together pretty quickly. It does look slightly odd, but it does work out now. Do I know if it's functional? Absolutely no idea. I don't plan on currently putting this up for download. If anybody's like interested in it, let me know, and then I'll try to sit down and make like a CC list and put it up for download and, do all that jazz. But as of the current point of me doing this voiceover, it's not something I'm really like planning. I just wanted to sit down and build and kind of like get used to the controls again. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to sit down and do this, I may as well turn it into a video. And that is exactly what we are doing. I know I've kind of been away from Sims and more like cozy indie games lately, but I'm starting to, actually miss The Sims and wanting to play and like get back into it. So I think that's going to be the plan. I still plan on incorporating, like my normal cozy indie game kind of content as well. But I don't want it to be like the main focus. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. It's one of those situations of I'm going to film and upload kind of whatever I want when I want, and that is exactly what I'm doing. So if I'm in the mood for Sims, it'll be a Sims video. If I'm in the mood for Stardew, it will be a Stardew, and so on and so forth. But I'm currently also trying to plan out a bit of like an office upgrade. I also need to upgrade my computer so bad, but that's been kind of put on hold as of right now. But trying to upgrade my office a little bit to be a little bit more happy with my space that I'm spending so much time in. I don't know, there's not really like a whole lot else going on in my life. Everything else is, fairly chill. I'm working on content a lot. I'm busy with just like life stuff that I will not talk about on here because I kind of like to use my channel as like an escape from the real world. So I don't know. And I kind of do like having some boundaries. Like I like sharing stuff with all of you, but at the same time, like some of the things are just kind of like, I don't know. Reading, listening to music, hanging out with friends, and Twitch streams. Like, life's pretty simple right now, which I am completely okay with. We'll just kind of, see how that goes, but let me know what all of you have been up to in the comments. I'm curious to know and just kind of like catch up, and let me know like what you're doing in your Sims games if you're playing. I was looking on my Tumblr earlier, which will be in my link tree down below if you're interested, and I saw somebody, I can't remember exactly who it was, but they posted a build that was for like 7 Sims, and I'm like, you know what, that could be kind of cute for like my current household. I don't necessarily need 7 bedrooms. I think I need like 6. And I am not currently in a point of being comfortable to build a house that big for myself quite yet. Maybe over a little bit of time when I get back into things and like, I feel like I didn't do that bad, but I definitely think I've done a lot better when it comes to this. So maybe we'll do like some big giant house. The only time though that I have been actually kind of happy with the way that like a bigger house looks was, oh, what was the name of it? It was a farmhouse that I built. I'll link it up in the cards if I can find it. That is the only time I've liked the exterior. I guess those 2. The farmhouse from Leprosy, and then there's another one that I did. I feel like farmhouses, I can ace with the vibe pretty well when it comes to like a larger house, but something that's a little bit more like suburban, not a clue. I struggle with it so bad. Also, I apologize if my voice is like a little bit off. It's only because I'm tired. That's it. I'm not like sick or anything. I do sound a little bit more nasally, but things happen whenever you only sleep for 8 hours in like 2 days. But I promise I am taking care of myself. I am taking care of myself and I will be catching up on sleep. There's nothing to like actually worry about me for. I'm doing pretty good right now. And then I put a couple of like little pictures over here in this corner. I am obsessed with these doors that I put on the interior, by the way. I have no idea where they came from. I think they're a set that I downloaded, but everything in this game looks new to me at this point. But I love them. I'm not sure about the way that I went with the kitchen. I wanted to do something different, and I knew I wanted like a honeycomb kind of like floor tile. It was not necessarily this one that I was after, but I also used a lot of custom content in the kitchen, and this is the part that I have no idea if it's functional or not. I don't have a clue. It looks good, but I have no idea if it's functional. So if I end up putting it up for download, I'll have to like change some things around with this. And I also noticed I do not have the sink that is meant to go with this kitchen set. So we made do and tried to just kind of like add one in here. But yeah, the one that's meant to be there, I don't have it. I have no idea what it is, so I'll have to go and like look and see if I can download it because I think that definitely would have helped. But you can kind of see like the vision here. I'm not in love with the lap on the fridge. I also have no idea if the fridge is even accessible because of the column. But I couldn't really like clutter anything on these, so I just put a dish rack and that was kind of about it. And then we moved on to the dining room. I tried to keep some spots, minimal custom content. I don't want to like overload my builds in them, but sometimes custom content's just kind of what ends up looking cute. So, I don't know. And I did use some store stuff in here too, but I feel like it's all, fairly simplistic. Um, I'm a lot more confident in my decorating skills now than I am in my building skills. And it's so funny because I feel like I was a terrible decorator for the longest time, but wasn't that bad at houses. Now, looking back at some of those houses, are they horrendous? Yes. But, we all kind of start somewhere. And now I don't know, I feel like I've got a way better eye for interior design and like what should go with what. And it makes me really happy because I enjoy decorating a lot more. And I don't end up caring about the exterior of the house as much. So that's kind of why I also don't mind like going and downloading a house and then decorating it myself. I feel like I've gotten pretty decent. Now I did end up using some custom content couches here because I wanted this kind of like color, but I didn't like the mismatch with this, so I decided against it. We put some tables here. I tried to see what I liked them the most and then tried to even them out in the middle. I went kind of with this rug that tied everything together color-wise, added in some music, some, little bits of clutter. But like, I feel like you can kind of sense the vibe that I was going with for this decor style. And I'm also very much in my green era. I am obsessed with like sage green colors right now. To be honest, I kind of have been for months. And I try to tie in as much green as I possibly can. There's something about like the greens and like the warm brown tones that they bring me joy. And then I was like, you know what, I kind of want to make room for pet stuff. Again, no idea if any of this is functional. But I threw a photo up on this wall because it felt like it was really bare. And then we did the same thing back here with a couple of different ones. I felt like these had the right color scheme that it would kind of tie in fairly well. I also don't normally do a green bathroom. My bathrooms are normally blue. But I was trying to tie in the floor tile a bit. And then bedrooms, I don't feel like they're anything special. I think I made the one bedroom, the blue one. I think it's too big. That's kind of like where I'm at with that. I feel like it's an awkward space. I do kind of end up making it work. It's not like I absolutely struggled with it. I just kind of had to clutter things up a little bit more. Now, it's definitely not something that I was like, I'm not in love with them. Compared to if you go back and look at my, what's it called? The Villa Rossi, I think. The decor that I did in it is probably one of my favorites. Now, the house also took me weeks. Whereas this one just kind of took me a couple of hours, but I feel like even then, a couple of hours for a house this size, I don't know. It didn't feel like I should have taken that long. But, you can kind of see what I went with. I kept them fairly similar. But I think that's about it. I think I've kind of rambled my entire way through this video. So I went in and I added some plants because I felt like they needed them. I added a desk at the end of the blue room, at the end of the bed. I went ahead and added a table and couch, like chairs outside with a barbecue on the patio. I think that's kind of about it though. Like it was all just kind of like finishing touches to just kind of bring spaces together. But other than that, I think that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up right here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, you can hit the like button down below. If you want to see some more videos from me, you can go ahead and subscribe. I post videos typically 3 to 4 times a week right now. If you are already subscribed and want notifications for when I post, hit that bell down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye, lovelies!